Hello horror fans, and welcome back to Dredge. Now this video is a little bit different because I actually was sort of just playing and recording, and I'm now narrating after the fact. But I did want to create this video because several things happen here in this video. So fairly soon here you're going to see me actually catch one of the creatures that I was looking for, which is the Colossal Squid. And what I actually found works best for the Colossal Squid is to actually sort of drive around the ice area. You don't drive into it, but just sort of circle around the outside here. So my original plan here was I was just going to basically do a lap of the entire Pale Reach area and just drive around the entire outside. And right there, just as I got my hull damaged, I also caught my first Colossal Squid. I would actually catch quite a few of them here as time went on, so it really wasn't that much of a challenge at all. I'm using that trawling net that I got from the completion of the storyline mission overall. And so as I said here, I'm just basically driving around the exterior of the area. Now, basically what I'm needing in order to complete the sort of fishing portion of what I was doing is I needed the aberration of the Colossal Squid. And that one will be a while before I get it. Here I just decided to stop by and see the frozen crab again here, make him pop out, just to have fun with him. Then I continue on my way. And I'm basically just sort of looking at everything here, seeing what the things are that are going on. Just intrigued. This isn't going to work at all because it's the daytime, so I go ahead and leave it. I accidentally clicked it. There we go. Now we're just leaving. But also, while I was doing this drive around, I find actually that there's another side mission that I hadn't realized existed. And so I do go ahead and pick up that side mission because I wanted to once again get to where I had completed this game fully. The only thing I was missing was getting the aberration fishing done and completing all missions for the Pale Reach. And with that, I needed this side mission as well. Now with this side mission, it's going to be for a hooded figure. And actually the book that he's going to give you is going to be an interesting one, and I'm hoping that I will get to read it and have it available for me to use in the future on additional DLC. Because what the book is it gives a higher chance of actually catching an aberration than you would have normally. So that increased chance is definitely a good thing, and I'm glad to have it. But this hooded figure was going to want 3 aberration fish. I went ahead and looked it up because I wasn't exactly sure if he was going to be one that if you didn't get him the fish in a certain amount of time, he just died. Because that was the case with the ones in the normal mission, I believe. And I didn't want him to die on me. So here we sort of find him as we're just driving around. Here he is right over here. So I go up to him and click. Approach hooded figure, they seem to be frozen to the spot. Pale robes frosted over with heavy trim. Fishermen, the ice. You hear their jaws snap shut again from the cold. The ice takes form. The hooded figure withdraws a scroll from their robes and unfurls it to reveal a drawing of a ancient aberrated ice fish. So I knew that I was going to need an ice fish, and what I'm going to do is basically continue on my course here. Because I know where the ice fish are. They're sort of on the interior of the island. But I also did go ahead and look up here in a little bit to figure out what other fish it was that I was going to need. And so for this, what I needed was the aberration of that fish that he was talking about. I need an aberration of the stargazer, which you get from trawling. And I needed an aberration of the starfish. So I will look that up and sort of find that here in a little bit. For right now, just trying to get back to my base, make sure that I don't, have something bad happen at nighttime, and to get rid of any of the fish that I don't need at this point. So I decided to sell everything I had there. think about it and I decide, whoops, that was probably a mistake because I did need those fish for the hooded figure. So, probably should have looked at that. That was me being impulsive when I shouldn't have been, but oh well. So then, after having looked up which fish I needed and such, realized I'm going to need my traps in order to catch the starfish that I need. So I definitely want to get those down right away, because again, I don't know if this is going to be a timed situation, and so I sort of figured that the two that are going to be the most challenging for me to get are going to be the ones that I need the netting for, and the ones that I'm going to need the trawl for. So, want to get the cages down right away, and then go ahead and after that, trawl for the other one, and then I can pretty much figure I can find the other fish without too much difficulty. So we'll just put these right back down where we had them. As I said, I personally find that it's a good idea to have a good number of the cages there, because you do want to be able to catch what you're needing fairly easily, and so you just want to be able to go through and get them without having to wait long periods. In this particular area, it seemed like all the fish that all the depths were roughly 328 feet. With some of the other areas, there are differences in the depth, and it does impact which fish you find and such. So that is something you do want to keep in mind, because you do want to make sure that you are going at a depth that works. Now I decided, it was nighttime, I was going a little crazy as it was already, so why not go over and see about this rock over here, just see what the rock was saying, since it would now be usable for me. I did actually catch the aberration of the stargazer there that I needed, so that was a great thing. Still am looking for the aberration of the colossal squid, but if you noticed, I caught another one there. So really, as I said, going around the outside of the area makes getting that colossal squid pretty easy overall. Figured I'd go ahead and be quiet so that way you could read that if you wanted to. It's never one of those cryptic messages, doesn't make a whole lot of sense overall, but interesting enough for the storyline. So, yeah, that's what that was. Now I am going along here because I did get the stargazer I needed with the trawl, and I can catch the fish I needed as well, so it's why I keep checking here. Because I am looking for the different aberrations of the fish. I know the fish I can also fish for, but hey, if I can catch it in the trawl, yay, great. I also am having to kill some time anyways, because I am having to wait for my cages to do their job, the pots. If you notice, the thing I found here is, unlike the other areas where you have the shark that comes up when you start hallucinating and stuff, here you will actually get a tornado that will pursue you. And it's quite an aggressive tornado. I ended up accidentally crashing into the ground there because of my trying to flee from the tornado. So that wasn't a great thing at all. And even with that damage I did to my ship, the tornado is still after me there. You can hear it in the background. And so basically I'm going to get over to my area here as quick as I can and hope that the tornado will go away while I also fix my ship. So I have the stargazer there. I have a couple of the fish that are sort of unique ones, but nothing that's exactly what I needed. And here I'll fix the ship up since I had broken it. Get my light back in working condition. And even though I didn't sleep, it does seem that the tornado went away because I had been docked, so that worked out well. Right now I'm sort of just checking to see if I find the starfish. I'm not even caring about the other things in it at all. Did not find them. So I'll continue fishing for right now for the fish that I'm needing. As I said, this is all about that hooded figure. Now we had one that actually was infected and one that is not, so I will go ahead and take everything that is not infected pretty much here. And then we'll just keep going on here. Now mind you, when I was recording this, I had already planned to be done with my recording at the time. I had completed the main storyline, and I thought, you know, I'll try for a Colossal Squid. I had no idea the hooded figure thing was even going to be a deal. And realistically, I was trying to get to bed because I had work that night. So I was trying to rush a little bit here, and you're going to notice that I do make some mistakes because of my rushing. Originally, I thought that was the aberration I needed. Turns out it was not. So my mistake that I'm about to make isn't the worst thing in the world, but it still was very frustrating. So we have the normal starfish here. Basically, I'm going to try to take the stuff that's in here so that way I can get some other stuff going on in here. And we'll head back here. And I will attempt to sell the things I don't need, but I accidentally clicked on the fish I thought I needed there. So as I'm selling these other things, I'm very frustrated with myself, but nothing to be done about it. I still do have the one stargazer that I need, so that's a good thing. Decide to sell these two. And I do want to find and try using this ice situation here, because I don't want the stargazer I have to go bad. I've had it for a little while now, and I don't want it to be a problem. So I'm debating getting some ice. There's what I needed, which is perfect. Now I might as well pick up my pots, because I already got the thing I needed. So we'll get everything else picked up here. It's going to take us a couple of trips because of the fact I've got so many pots, and those crab are fairly big in size. So this time I try to be a lot more cautious. Send those to storage. And I want to buy the ice here now to make sure that my catch doesn't go bad on me. Don't exactly know how the ice works. I thought about if I put it on top of the thing it would work, but it seems like you just have to have the ice on the ship. Still not exactly sure, because my stuff didn't go bad as quickly, but it still was going bad, so I don't know if it was working or not exactly. Sort of hard to tell. So now I have the starfish I need and the stargazer I need, and I'm just needing that fish that I thought the one that I had sold, so I was very upset with myself over it. Here I'm just putting all of my traps back onto the ship so that way I can go and repair them all, and that way whenever some new DLC comes out and I need my traps again, they'll be in my storage, but they'll be good to go. And they'll be brand new, pretty much. And mind you, this whole time I have had the trawl down because I am trying to catch that aberration of the Colossal Squid that I needed. So we're just going to move that up to the corner there, just so we have it Then I decided, you know what, I'll sleep till the next day because of the fact that I already had used up the fishing areas and had not caught the aberration I needed. So, now I'm not going crazy like I was before. This fish still says fresh. This still says fresh, so those are good things. And we'll head back in to try to catch that other fish that we're needing. The fish over there haven't respawned yet, which is a bit of a shame. Those are not the fish I need right there, so we'll continue around this corner. Fish here are also not respawned, so I'm going to have to go in deeper. And I'm looking for the narwhal at this point. I can see his tusk shining over in the distance there. Make sure that I have what I need. Going to use atrophy on these guys. Pick these two up. And if you notice, while you're picking up fish and stuff, the narwhal is still coming at you. So I did collect all those fish, but I had to sort of do it in a more hurried manner because of the fact that that narwhal was coming to attack me. Now, I didn't think I had actually gotten the fish I needed. I thought that I was needing the one that I had sold, so that's why I come over to this area. Turns out that the one that's sort of in the bottom left-hand corner is actually the one I need. So I already do have what I needed. I just caught another one of that type right there, but as I said, I don't know that at this point. I thought that was what I needed, so I kept fishing until I got it. Now that I have it, I want to get out of this area before the narwhal comes back or before any other mistakes can happen. And I want to go ahead and hopefully get back to the hooded figure. I just want to check the current condition of my fish. So I just want to make sure that they're okay. Particularly this one. Now if you notice, it had turned stale. So even though I did have it on ice, or had ice that I had bought, did not seem like the ice was exactly working to protect it. So a little bit unfortunate there. But I made as quick of a journey as I could over here to get back to the hooded figure. And it's one of those, if I'm not mistaken, as I'm going along here, I actually do run into the aberration that I needed. There we are, there's the pale grasper. So as I said, really all you have to do in order to get the Colossal Squid and the pale grasper is just drive around the outside of the map. I think you do need the trawl net that you get for completing the story mission, but I'm not positive of that. I think it definitely does not hurt to have those. So here we go back to the hooded figure. We'll give him this first fish. Looking at the picture, I realized it was not the one I was thinking, but instead was this more spiny one there. So we give him that. He takes that one. He comes up with his next task, which I knew was going to be the starfish, the mutant versions. So I get those, give those to him. And then we go ahead and give him the stargazer as the last one. Once we give him that, then he will go ahead and do his thing with them, and he will give us another book. And with that, I have completed all of the Pale Reach, and I again have completed the game fully. So I've got a completionist award on my Steam for that, which I'm very happy about. But overall, it's one of those games that I definitely want to have it fully completed because I really enjoy the game. It is in my top 3 favorite games, along with Planet Coaster and Dave the Diver. So there's the book. I've started it to be read now. So that way, hopefully, as I said, if new DLC comes out, I'll have read that book as we travel along, and I will get the benefit of having more of the anomalous fish come up when I need them. For now though, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. If you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and click that like button. If you've not already, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, so that you're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and I hope to see you for more Dredge.